everybody, this video blog is about the architect of innovation, an article by Lawrence Lessig. This article made me think about all of the resources in my life in terms of free or controlled, and raised a number of interesting issues for me about where in the spectrum content available on the internet should fall. Should it be controlled, should it be free, or should it fall somewhere in the middle? And as a society, how do we decide what exactly is right? Professor Lessig starts with the proposition that people in our society tend to believe that the ownership of property is a better system because of the assumption that, and I'm quoting, well-divided resources will always work best. Professor Lessig quotes Yale professor Carol Rose's statement that the whole world is best managed when divided among private owners. When I read the first part of this article, in which Professor Lessig describes this view, I do actually agree. After all, if we did not have private ownership, society would be a free-for-all. There would be no motivation to create, and nobody would really be encouraged to work. As I read on, I saw where Professor Lessig was going in terms of the internet. The internet is, in a way, part property and part something else, which is hard to describe. I found it really interesting to think about the internet in terms of the three-layer theory described by Professor Benkler. First is the physical layer. For computer, that would be the computer itself, the hard drive, the modem, and the other hardware. This is controlled because you have to physically purchase this equipment. That part is easy and very understandable to me. The second layer is the logical layer. This is the network that allows a free exchange of information. Pretty much without all of the audience and all of the information I can access with the click of a mouse. You can access movies, songs, magazines, newspaper, recipes, formulas, and instructions. It made me take a step back and actually appreciate all that access that I am given. The top layer is a content layer, and that's a tough issue. That is an issue that is mostly being described in this article. As Professor Lessig describes it, it is both free and it is both controlled. Professor Lessig is critical of the fact that corporations and governments are trying to impose copyright controls on internet content that really doesn't fit the situation. What he said made a lot of sense to me. After Professor Lessig explained the history of the copyright laws and what they were meant to protect, it did make me think that we really don't appreciate what is on the internet. And all of the copyright does not apply to the information that is shared on the internet. These laws are out of date, and it can't really protect all of the growing technology that we have now. I liked the Marx Brothers / Warner Brothers example of how extreme copyright protection can get if it is applied too broadly. Anyway, today people use information we obtain from the internet. The point is to share ideas and information. If we could not use the information we get, what is the point? For example, if somebody were to post an amazing recipe on the internet, and copyright laws enabled me to not use it, then what would be the point of posting that recipe? So this debate over the internet gets kind of tricky, whether the ethical issues and with all the copyright issues, but this is an issue that is going to probably be debated for a very long time. So Professor Lessig leaves us with a question about what to do. I don't see that there is a clear answer, but he certainly gave me a different way to think about balancing control versus free access, and I will actually apply what I learned in this article to my everyday life.